there is this waging of the legal status against these people. There is this, as I was saying, weaponizing of migration, and I think we have to clarify that, because how do you take in the Ukrainian people and how you have to push out the Palestinian people you have into your country, okay, that were there because of the exchange programs, the student programs, okay, the solidarity programs. So that is a contradiction we have to analyze and to break down, because it's not only the Mexican people, the migration, you have to take in. Also, the US has been doing this with Cuba also. They have been opening for migration and closing the door for migration from Cuba. And they have been trying to prompt illegal migration, to say, and to put that weight on the shoulders of the Cuban Revolution, saying that the Cuban Revolution pushes people away, which is not true. Okay, it's also happening that they are doing this in a war fashion, in a war way, to bring this asphyxiation on people and trying to be the goods and the saviors when they are just opening and closing doors at their convenience.
Thank you, Professora Gladys. I mean, that was a really important lesson on the double standards that exist in the status quo on immigration policy in the United States. I think one way to visualize it, here you have the Statue of Liberty, and when the Statue of Liberty sees the Ukrainians, Statue of Liberty goes like this. When the Statue of Liberty sees the Palestinians, Statue of Liberty goes like this. When it's the Cubans, they go like this. When it's the Lebanese, they go like this. Why does this double standard exist? Professor Noam Chomsky, who so many of us owe a lot to in terms of what we've learned about U.S. foreign policy and having a critical view. Noam Chomsky talks about who are the worthy victims of U.S. imperialism and who are the unworthy victims. Of course, they highlight the Ukrainians because they can then point to big bad Russia and Putin and put it all on them, even though NATO and the U.S. have invested hundreds and billions of dollars in this aggressive encroachment campaign on the Russians. Every time a Cuban reaches or tries to reach the shores of Florida, CNN is right there in Fox News, because the unofficial religion of the United States is anti-communism. So it's in their ideological interest to highlight the Nicaraguans or the Venezuelans. 8 million Venezuelans who have been forced to leave their homeland, one of the richest countries in the entire world, a country of 30 million people, infinite gas, oil, gold, natural resources. But because of the U.S. hybrid war, they have starved Venezuela. They have done everything to put an imperial monkey wrench in the everyday functioning of the Venezuelan economy. That's why we have this double standard. It's part of capitalist ideology, Western imperial ideology. They don't take any responsibility for their wars on Cuba, as the YouTube series From the Belly of the Beast is called. Everyone should check out the war on Cuba. Everyone should check out also The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, and other documentaries which tell the truth about Venezuela, about Nicaragua, about Bolivia, about Zimbabwe, about Vietnam. Any country in the world that dares to have a modicum of self-determination before U.S. imperial interest is constantly punished, sanctioned, and blockaded by the most powerful government and military in the history of the world, which is the U.S. military. That is the decontextualization that both Harris and Trump represent.